What is up, Thresher faithful? I am Josh Booth, Sports Information Director at Bethel. With me here is the newest All-American south of I-70, Kyle Wilson, member of the men's indoor and outdoor track and field team here at Bethel. Kyle, how are you doing today?
Pretty good. How you doing?
Pretty good, good. Kyle went up to Brookings, South Dakota with Coach Jeff Hoskinson and Braylon Brewer as the two representatives for Bethel this season. Kyle had a tremendous year, obviously, becoming an All-American, and we'll get into that a little bit. Backstory on Kyle in terms of what he's done at Bethel: all-conference football player, KCAC shot put champion in outdoor twice and indoor once, correct?
And a discus title.
And a discus title. So 4-time KCAC champion. You've been to nationals now 3 times.
Yep.
In total, 2 outdoor, first indoor. Last season you were battling a foot injury during indoor season, was that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so could have been an All-American last year, but anyway, he dealt through the adversity of an injury. He came back strong outdoor. This season, your first throw of indoor was the school record.
Yeah.
Is from 1974. Russ Larkin held it for a very long time, 15 meters and a little bit extra, I think. And your first throw of the season, 16.4. How did that feel? Did you know at the time that you annihilated the record on your first throw of the season?
Yeah, going into last year's outdoor, I knew that the record was about 49 feet. So I kind of knew that's where it was at. And I think the week before, I was joking around with Jeff, saying like, yeah, I think we can probably do a first throw. And then to actually go out there and first throw be breaking the record in an automatic qualifier. I thought it was pretty funny and thought it was pretty cool. And was competing against Doane and Hastings, which are top throwers in the Nationals.
Yep.
So being able to compete with those guys right out the gate, I felt pretty good.
Very good. And that throw earned you National Player of the Week or Athlete of the Week as well.
Yeah.
First one in indoor history here. The last time we had any athlete win National Player of the Week was Jalen Sykes, who was also an All-American. So apparently that combo matters at Bethel for some reason.
Yeah.
But so the season progresses. You continue to throw farther than anyone in the KCAC, but you're not hitting the 16.4 area quite right. Talk us through that. Was there any angst in just trying to get back up there? Your throw at the championships at the KCAC, I don't think was a 16.4 either.
It was 16.9.
But talk us through that. You can do it. It's just not happening. Just talk us through what kind of your mentality was throughout the rest of the season.
Yeah, going into this indoor season, I started this all the way back in summer. Took steps to start cutting weight because I knew I was going to be playing football. So going through that process and cutting weight, after hitting 16.40, we were looking at what the speed was of my entry of the ring from the back, and then just focusing on trying to stay upright more so I can get a little bit more power into it. So a lot of my practice was about timing and just hitting positions constantly, so it was rep after rep after rep going into every week and trying to put it together and just trying to get back up there. So wasn't really worried about hitting 16.40 again. I knew it was in the tank. I knew I could do it again whenever I wanted to. It was just about getting consistent, about getting everything looking better in the ring.
Being an offensive lineman, obviously you have to have good footwork there. Does that translate at all into the ring of shot put? Is it a different type of footwork and just agility on your feet?
Yeah, it was a different type of footwork. At my junior college, my coaches were really heavy about our footwork, so being light on my feet, I've been really good at keeping that. And then being an offensive lineman, it does help. Being light on your feet and being a big guy, it does translate pretty well over into the ring. But I think just losing the weight just helped a little bit more.
Okay. So you win KCAC indoor, and you're getting ready for nationals. Like we've said, you haven't hit 16.4. So you get into nationals, you're prepared to go. Your first 2 throws of the 3 round preliminary are fouls. I think Jeff said once you hit the side marker, and he said you would have just obliterated it if it wasn't loose. And then the other one he said was right on the line, could have gone either way.
Yeah.
So you need this 3rd throw to count. Was there any pressure on you at that point? What was your thought process going into that 3rd throw?
The thought process, I was talking to the assistant coach, Caitlin, and me and her were kind of back and forth, and we kind of already knew, I knew for sure what the reason was for the 2 bad throws was just I was a little nervous coming out the back, and I was kind of going a little too fast, so I knew going into it I just needed to calm down, go slow out the back, and then speed up through the middle and just let loose. And we kind of talked about it over and over, and I was like, you know what? I was like, it's all or nothing. One throw can win it. I was like, might as well. I was like, I'll be patient out the back and just explode out the front. And, you know, when I stepped in the ring, I just kind of dusted off my feet, was talking to myself, was like, patient, powerful. And as soon as we hit through the ring, when we finished, I released it. And at first, I didn't think it was going to go as far as it did. I was kind of leaning over watching it, and then I kind of looked down and got my balance and waited until I saw it on the board come up at 1750, and after that, it was kind of a Ric Flair party, and I was really excited about it. So,
man, over 3.5 feet, and what a stage to set the school record also, because obviously that sent you from not having any score to I think second at that point.
yeah.
So you go into finals with a 17.5, completely obliterate your record. Your final throws aren't the 17.5, but you're nailing over 17, I think, on 2 of those final 3. So obviously you're feeling it. Just talk us through what it felt like once everything was over and you had earned 3rd place and the All-American status.
Yeah, it was definitely a cloud 9 feeling. Going into nationals, you know, I was talking to the athletic trainers. They were working on my shoulders and everything. And I told them, I was like, I want to throw over 17, and I don't really mind where I place. You know, if I finished 8th, it's still All-American tag, and I'd be happy either way. So being able to go from starting at 10th and then jumping all the way to 3rd with 1 throw, it was definitely like cloud 9 feeling, like I couldn't believe.
There's a lot of pressure now maybe going into outdoors because obviously you're going to compete against a lot of the same guys in the same areas. What's the expectation for outdoor season?
Expectation is probably to build off of the 17, so we'll continue. We'll probably, I think my goal right now, I'm going to try to hit 18.
Okay.
I'm going to try to hit it, push it out to 59 feet.
All right. Well, Kyle, thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
Hopefully we can have this interview again when you're a spring All-American.
Oh, yeah, we will.
All right. Thank you, guys.